This is really quite a pretty color for Madagascar rose quartz. It doesn't have the translucency or transparency that some of the more gemmy material has, but it's got a kind of a lavender color to it. It's got a deep pink, almost lavender color to it. And it's a very interesting artifact. And quite frankly, folks, I'm really having a hard time with some of these rose quartz examples from Madagascar in being way older than we might think. I published a video on my YouTube and on my website, antiquitiesoftheamericas.com, featuring a triangular type hand axe effigy made out of transparent rose quartz from Madagascar. It looks Acheulean in its flaking technique, and it very reminiscent of early man, or maybe Homo erectus. But there's no trace of Homo erectus on Madagascar at this point in time. So I'm having some, I know it's paleo, without a doubt, because these are paleo story stone effigies. And they only made paleo story stone effigies, of course, in the Paleo period. After the Proboscideans, the Paleolithic Proboscideans, the mastodon, and I believe more importantly the mammoth, died out. That mammoth culture, that mammoth religion, that mammoth tradition died out with the mammoth. So these story stones are not found in the early Archaic period of 10,000 years ago, but they are found 11,000 years old and older. Now, I'm not qualified to date this piece to Homo erectus, but it'd be great to have a Homo erectus specialist look at some of these to see if he might concur that some of these look awfully early, much earlier than what you might expect around 12,000 years ago. Now, this is heavily patinated. All that brown is staining and patina from where it's been buried in the ground for thousands and thousands of years. And what we have here, this is the eye of the mammoth here with its hair tufted up above the head. So the eye is here, the trunk coming down to the left. That's a very good mammoth image, by the way. Now, the faces on this are not that great, but the mammoth imagery is adequate. Now, this is going to be the eye of the face. When we turn it vertically, that's going to be the eye there of the face, and the nose over here of the older face looking off to the right, and the younger face looking off to the left. Then we turn it this way, and we have another great mammoth image with the mammoth sloping back. This one you can see a bit more of the face profile with the nose and the mouth looking up from the back of the mammoth. When we turn it this way, now we have another mammoth facing left. And then we turn it this way, we have another mammoth facing right. But the cool thing about it is, look at the shape of this. This is what brings me to Homo erectus. This is a chisel type shaped chopper. This is some kind of chisel type shaped chopper. That's the blade edge right here. And that's a prominent blade edge there, as we can see. And this is the handle. It was used to chop, and it may have been used to chop bone open to get to the bone marrow. That's what I surmise. And then they left it as a Paleolithic effigy. Here's the eye of the mammoth here, and the trunk coming down here with the large hair tuft and sloping back. But I wanted to share it because you can see from the flaking on this that it looks crude, it looks early, and with this chisel type, chopping type blade, I think this could have been, I have to say could have been, real old. Older than 10, 12, 20,000 years ago. Maybe Homo erectus. It just smacks of almost Oldowan type tools. But, or early Acheulean type tools. But I wanted to share this as a Paleo story stone face and mammoth effigy, heavily patinated. Not quite gem quality because it doesn't have the transparency, but it's got great color. Rose quartz from Madagascar.